Hi everyone, it's Linda G. I'm coming to you from a chilly Northern California. And let me tell you, it's been staying chilly. We're still in November, not quite December yet. I need to sit down in December and get my 2026 predictions. I'll be on with Ness in a couple of weeks, and she's got some news for astrologically. But anyway, okay, um, first I know we're not live, but I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe it out. Deep breath in and breathe it out. I want you to ask the realm for your ability to interpret what's before you, to understand that love is the answer to all of your worries. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, you guys. I can't begin to tell you. I ask that I get only truthful answers. And we can't ask in anger, or I know we all hate who's representing us now, but we've got to allow what's going to happen, because it's going to happen. Somebody wrote me and said, Linda, you remember you thought you saw the Democrats taking over the Congress before the midterms, and I think that's going to happen. So let's sit down and get down to some nitty gritty, and I'll just say my piece, and then when or if it happens, you guys let me know. Although I should know. Thank you, you guys. I had put a thing from a German seer on my channel for 1 second, but I was still listening to it, and he said that the Orange Crush disappears, just gone. And I thought, oh, but then he talks about the second term, so I said, that's not true. He did not disappear. He was there telling Congress what to do. It was pretty bad. So I took it off because, anyway. Okay, so what I really want to look at, thank you for your questions. What I really want to look at, I don't know why they keep showing me Venezuela. I think Trump's in trouble with the Venezuela. I think he's going to try to get American people boots on the ground, and there will be some tragic consequences, and America will not have it. No more. Okay, but tell us about that shooting. Notice how he's not talking about the fact that his administration gave that guy the ticket. Why would this gentleman turn on American soldiers? And God bless the families and the people that are hanging in there. I get a feeling, and I'll just say it out loud, I get a feeling that this guy is not going to make it. That's what I've been feeling. I pretty much felt like one of the soldiers was deaf, the one they were doing compressions. I didn't feel that who was the female, she died. But I do feel that this guy's not going to make it. Hold on, let me get his name. So he's 29 years old, and he's Ramanula Lakawa. And I feel, hold on, I'm getting hits right now. The other gentleman that's still alive, he's critical, but he's alive. This man, the assassin, is on a ventilator, and he's knocked out. So let me look. Tell me about this Ramanula Lakawi, 29 years old. Worked for the CIA, was vetted twice, once under Biden, once under Trump. Why did he shoot these men? Why did he shoot these men? These innocent soldiers, a female and a male. Why did he shoot? Let's see. Something evil for sure. Something evil was attached to this. Okay, so I'm almost feeling like spying or CIA, like they wanted something like this. I thought it might, when I first heard this, I thought it was Trump in on this. But I'm feeling that this guy was asked. I feel like there's a terminal problem with him. Maybe there's some sort of brain thing going on, a tumor or something. But I feel like somebody got to him and told him he would help the United States by doing this. But he would help Trump by doing this, is what he thought. But it's not helping Trump. It's almost like he's getting visions or hits. So I don't know if it's an actual government thing saying do this, or if it's because he's delusional and he feels like he needs to do this. What's the outcome for this gentleman? If you can call him a gentleman. Ramanula. Somebody just said to me that he's been angry at the United States for a long time. Even his treatment currently, before this, was bad. There's no honor being in the U.S., but he had to come to the U.S. to save his life. You had that one senator or whoever, Tommy Tubber Hick, saying, get rid of all Muslims. Get rid of white supremacists. That would pretty much cover all of them. Okay. Tell me what the outcome is for this Ramanula. Is he going to live? I see people upset that we're spending money to keep him alive. I don't know why I just heard that. The truth will be told. It feels like a woman knows what this outcome is. But look at the outcome. Outcome is the death card is upon him. Tell me what the outcome is with this. Yeah, he's barely making it. Actually, he's ready to go. Jesus, it's almost like he doesn't know what he was doing, or but I feel an anger towards the United States. I feel he felt he was treated unjustly. I feel he still has a love for the Afghanistan people. But I see him still talking to high-ranking members of the United States service. Somebody somehow suggested to him, it'd probably be a good idea if you took out a couple of, but he knew he wasn't going to make it. When he took out a couple of soldiers, he did it in a way that they were going to get him right back. So it was like a suicide mission. He just told me he doesn't want to live. He's ready to go. Pam Bondi's over there. Yes, see, she doesn't know nothing about this. Even if it was deep dive into some back, CIA. I think they were part of what happened with, and Israel too, was part of what happened to President Kennedy. So there's some sort of deep dive on this. I don't know if they hypnotized him or he's got something wrong with his brain, but it almost feels like he did this and still wasn't quite sure what he was doing. The man will live. The other soldier will live. This guy's not going to live, but I can't tell if it's till after the truth is told, and then they take him out, or it does show him getting stronger again. So he may have something to say. You know what? Can I tell you? Trump was hoping to run with this, and that everybody would be, yeah, get rid of Muslims. But I feel like it's not working at all. I definitely feel it's not working at all. And I feel that sending 500 more troops. Let's look at that. Pete Hedgehog said, yes, the president wants 500 more troops. What? Because the streets aren't swept good enough? Let's look at Pete Hedgehog. I see the top brass in the Air National Guard talking amongst themselves. I wish they would get some gonads and do something. But I feel them saying, we weren't supposed to be there in the first place. And we lost two good people because of him, because of Trump and his delusions, Because Washington, D.C. is not having anything other than normal civilian stuff. I see a resistance to sending. I don't think they're there yet. I see a resistance to sending them because somebody's going to tell President Trump or Pete, you know what, our people don't want to go. They don't, it's not worth losing their lives over cleaning garbage and sweeping streets. And did you hear Hedgehog even made some sort of remark about our guy Kelly, who's in the Senate, about his uniform not being correct? Ooh, Hedgehog's got something coming, girlfriend. Look at this. Look at this. He's not going to be well. Or somebody, I got a friend who served in Vietnam, and I asked him if it's true about the stories that if you had a cray-cray sergeant or whatever giving orders that literally would just kill the men, and there was a lot of people that did that, even in World War II, the guys would just take them out, get rid of them. And that's what I think is going to happen to Hedgehog. Because this is bad. I don't know if he's going to cross, but I see, being that he's got the coffin there, I see that he's going to go down hard. Angel of Light of Justice is standing right there. 2026, and we'll sit down and do a future on 2026, is going to be payback. Watch what you do, watch what you say. Oh, and did you hear that they're suggesting people don't wear jeans to the airport? Oh my God. So I guess I'll just wear my Daisy Dukes. What is up with these people? It's just so crazy. It's going to take a while to sort this out, you guys, and I'm so sorry. It's going to take a while to sort this out. I was going to say, Roxanne said, that I felt things were getting very serious and very fast while people have been busy with the holidays. I just saw a video with Adam Muckler. Everyone should see. Homeland Security is officially calling for remigration. It's a far-right term used to send every minority back to their original place of ancestry. This is not only about immigrants, but born American citizens too. They're not going to be able to get done with this. I see, and they like to put that flag up to scare you. But I see the court saying absolutely not. And that's maybe when the military, because I see the military coming in and saying, oh, hell no, you're not going to ship anybody off. See, Hedgehog wants everybody to stand with him and Trump, and you got to be this and that, and don't wear a beard and don't gain weight. And they're just like, yeah, dude, they're talking amongst themselves. I've been telling you guys that. Hold on, somebody just sent me something. Let me just double check. Sometimes you guys got some good information. Oh, Skechers is having a sale. Yeah, so Hedgehog ordering that second strike on the shipping boats, that's going to get him in trouble. He may go sooner than later. He's got an ending coming up real soon, the latest by April. Okay, now let's take a look at Cash Patel. They're looking at a guy that can't come in just yet, and when that guy's available, you watch. Cash is going to get his papers. Let's double check though. Let's look at Cash Patel. Let's look at Cash Patel. Okay, here we go. He's talking away. He blew it too when he was announcing that they were looking for the guy that did the shooting, and the guy was in the hospital, but they got him. Here's that woman he's crazy about. I'm telling you, she's going to drop him like yesterday's news. Picking up the pieces off. He knows he's in trouble. And he's trying to jump in there. Anything you need, sir. Here's his ending too, you guys. He's got an ending. Things are going to change. That effing liberty. Justice will reach him. Justice will come to him. Just one thing after the other. Probably at least 3 things. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm telling you, this woman's going to leave him. She was like kind of turned on by all the things he gave her, but he's going to be in trouble. Right now she's hanging with him, but she knows he's in trouble. All right. So him, definitely. Oh, Andrew just said Mercury is scheduled to go direct in 30 minutes. And they said that 48 minutes ago. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's talk shop. I love this. I put this on my community page. You meet your 18-year-old self and are allowed to say 3 words. What do you say? I said, don't get married. There's a lot of good stuff in there. Okay. And then I also posted, today George Harrison departed this material world due to what his Los Angeles County death certificate listed as metastatic non-small cell lung cancer. The place of his death was 9536 Heather Road, a house rented and then owned by Paul. See, Paul didn't want people to make it into a shrine. Within 10 hours of the body being wrapped in a shawl and covered with holy oils, it was cremated in a cardboard box. The ashes would be scattered in India's river Ganges. He left the world as he lived it, conscious of God, fearless of death, and at peace, surrounded by family and friends. Read the family statement. He often said, everything else can wait, but the search for God cannot wait. Love one another. That is so true. And we're going so past what that truth is. We're so tied up in this awfulness. You know, even myself, I can feel myself getting sick because you start seeing, I can't even listen to his voice. The awful things he says and calling people names. And it's terrible. All those lights are on. It's terrible. It's very sad. Okay. I did a show with Sherry last night. I had the best time. She's a love bug. Okay. Here we go. Where is it? I just had it. Here we go. Oh, maybe I need. No, I'm on my post. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to have to put this on pause if I can't find this. Interesting. It was here and now it's gone. I thought I was losing my doggone mind. Okay. Will the public ever know? This is from Amy. The extent of the election interference at the highest levels. Not for a while. They will know, but it's piecemeal. It's coming out slowly. But let me tell you, even when Orange Crush goes, a lot of Americans are disillusioned. They're not happy. A lot of the young people will be voted in, like Mandani type individuals. There's going to be a lot of changes coming up. But when he's gone, America's got to really work hard to change things. But the election part isn't as forefront. I see Jack Smith coming in, letting Congress know, dude, we got all this. He stole all this stuff. Do you know he tried to make a deal with the records people that I'll give you some of your records back if you give me everything about the Russian hoax. Swear to God. Okay. Yeah, I thought about that too, Martha. She just noticed all the job titles that have been called no longer professional are legally mandated reporters of abuse. I know that one. I was legally mandated. I don't know. I'm retired and I don't carry my license anymore. It costs too much money. Um, is that the real reason these jobs are? Oh, oh my goodness. Doesn't that make sense, you guys? Thank you, Martha. So what she's saying, you have to report child abuse, domestic abuse, suicide. Oops, I said that word. Sorry, you guys. Threat of Harry Carey. As a nurse, you have to report these things. And if they take it off the table that you're a professional, maybe that is a cover up. That makes total sense to me because I couldn't figure out why they picking on them. And but in the meantime, I'll bet you your CEUs and everything you have to keep up with in order to carry that license is still going to cost an arm and a leg. Yeah, Jamie says, I noticed that female reporters are asking the tough questions to Trump, and he has no problem calling them names. And he's going out of his mind. You know that, right, you guys? And that anger, that snap stuff, that happens with dementia. That's one of the ways you know people who are very mild and calm suddenly are snapperheads. So, will the court allow Trump to reverse Biden's EOs signed by an auto pen? Nope. 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 And let me tell you something else. It's beyond the court. Biden has immunity. Biden can do what the hell he wanted, right? That's what the Supreme Court said. So no, he can't do it. I think he even talked about bringing Biden up on charges. Yeah, whatever, dude. Ooh, Michael. Is the international intelligence planning? I thought he said they were planning, but he said, are they planning on giving evidence of treason against DJT before he gets too unhealthy to stay in office? Will Jack Smith be able to share? Absolutely. I feel Jack Smith coming in as Trump is exiting stage left. So I feel Jack Smith has got like bucks. He's ready, and I see a lot of people that'll be working behind Jack. Like, dude, we got you. We got you. What do you need? So the Intelligence International, all of them are going to be saying he's a this or that. I'm telling you right now, the whole world is going to go against him. And it's so funny because a lot of these repubes are going to act like, oh, I didn't really know him. Yeah, you did. You golfed with him and kissed his orange patootie. Um, oh my God, that's so pretty. Pat Lee just said, your predictions and insight have been so accurate. I just no longer have questions. I trust the realm. And that's what I have to do too, you guys. And I forget what I say. So you guys are the ones that tell me, Linda, didn't you say that? But it's not just me. There's a lot of psychics out there that are connected to this conversation that goes on. And they try to let us know. My purpose of being here is to let you know this too shall pass. And to let you know that it's going to be okay. Yeah, I got it wrong. He cheated, though. And he got in the second time. Interesting that German prophet predicted the second term. But he said he will be so hated. All nations will turn against him. But it's going to cause chaos in the United States, which we know, you guys. Okay? But at least we don't have to listen to him on the news. Or go or listen to him calling people names. I'm just sick of it. But you know, we were just so overwhelmingly happy when he had to sit in court, when he got found guilty of all counts. That was magnificent. That's a little taste of what we got coming up. So a lot of the truth will be coming out. Will America publicly be told about the 2024 election? I think they will, but I see bits and pieces, you guys. I don't see the whole enchilada, but enough that we know, oh yeah, they cheated. They cheated. Will the Republicans ever stand up to Trump and file Article 2, Section 4? I see the Republicans definitely, but it's when the going gets good. They're joining the train when everybody else is doing it. So one Republican who has a child who's a Down syndrome, and Trump called somebody retarded, and he took total offense to it. I'm no longer supporting this man. How dare he? I have a child who has Downs and I don't appreciate this. Somebody did bring up a point, but you're okay with him downgrading and talking about women. But God forbid he uses the R word, So, happy is my superpower. That's what I'm talking right here. Happiness. And I tell people when I did readings, I no longer do readings, you guys, personal readings. But when I used to do them, I would get these people who are so terminally depressed. And it's so hard for them to give hope when they're just looking down. And I remember telling them, all you got to do is light that fire and then just think in terms of something that will make you happy. Something that gives you joy. Is it a memory? It could be a fake. You could visualize yourself meeting somebody like this. You know what I'm saying? Sitting down, having dinner, chit chat and stuff like that. And that kind of joy keeps burning. It's the same thing with love. If you really want love in your life, you can't focus on a particular person or anything. You have to love yourself. But you can visualize romantic things and say, I would like to feel that again. And make sure he's got a job. So anyway, so will the attacks on the boats near Venezuela be the straw that breaks the camel's back? I absolutely see other nations calling it murder, international, and they're not going to be able to hit Venezuela. You heard what he said, right? He said, I'm going to go in and basically kill Venezuelans. And I don't need articles of war. I'm just going to order it, which negative. And other nations will get involved if he does stuff like that. But the thing is, you start hurting our boots on the ground, men and women, sons, daughters, wives, husbands. You start hurting them with this bogus war of yours, and it's trouble. I'm telling you, that's really going to hurt them bad. This could be the part that takes them down. And the other thing, there's more. We've all been talking about this Epstein thing till the cows come home. More of that stuff's coming out, but that's not, it's many things that are going to, a death by 1,000 cuts. And someone will turn against them. I've told you guys this. Maybe it's Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I definitely see someone turning against them. Is the alleged First Lady's new production company, Muse Films, going to be a success or a failure? Failure, just like the Kennedy Center, failure. Nothing they touch will blossom. Nothing. Okay, this is a good one from Star. Do you see Democratic Afton Baynard winning the Tennessee District 7 on Tuesday? It's a district that Trump won by 22 points. Afton is within 2 points of the Republican. She's been all over the news. Then J.D. Vance showed up in Nashville to hand out meals on Thanksgiving. Yeah, but they know what... Tennessee's not that stupid, trust me. Maybe Arkansas, but not Tennessee. Let's check her out. Afton. Are you going to win, sweetie? Are you going to win? Are you going to win? Ta-da! Hello, I need to go no further. Gonna cut out the blue, the red waist. Look at this. It's gonna shock people. Hell to the yeah. According to these, she gets the deal. Everybody's like breathing a sigh with a relief, and God's with it. But whoever that's in there now is evil. She's fighting with the devil. Okay. Okay, let's read this. This is Canada. Greetings, Linda. American ambassador to Canada threatens severe consequences if Canada chooses Sweden Gripen fighter jets and not more U.S. F-35s. Canada agreed to buy 16 of the F-35s that they had already paid for, but considering Gripen for additional jets because they're built to land on icy roads. And Sweden, unlike U.S., will build and service jets in Canada. Will Canada choose Gripen to add the F-35? Can they expect more retaliation if they don't? Let's see. Will Canada agree to take the United States F-35? You know what I'm hearing? I could be wrong, but I'm hearing like Canada, even though they can't stand the U.S. and would love not to give us a dime, I see them doing half and half, so they may still get some F-35s. But the reason they even placate this guy is because they don't need any more trouble. Does that make sense to you guys? That's what I'm getting. I could be wrong. Let's take a look, you guys. Yep, they'll still get them. They'll still get them. I don't even need to go further. That answered me right there. Oh, yeah, Stephen Miller is running the show. Bannon is behind closed doors running the show. Bannon is really worried about the Epstein thing. He was right in the middle of that. because who would touch him? Lisa, no question, just have a good night. Did you guys see that thing on one of those great gals that does shows? Apparently, there was a record, I think in Canada, where he was in a compromised position with another man where they got ticketed. So you know what that means. So basically they're saying he actually, he enjoys his menses. I don't know why they got to hide behind closed doors. I mean, Jesus, all of us, we know Auntie Mel, we got wonderful gays in our community, and absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. But some people think that would affect but the thing is, when a Republican has some sort of big event, Grindr goes off the charts. So they're all frustrated. Just come out with it. I see the military, Lori, refusing to go any further with Trump. Don't ask me what this is. It feels like it has to do with Venezuela. We'll soon find out. And I see them not announcing it out loud. They're just saying, listen, we're going to save face for you, but F you. Because I don't see them talking out loud. Because they don't want us to know that he is not all powerful. Stephanie said, I know you don't do astrology, but now that Saturn and Neptune are direct, I feel like something huge is going to happen this next week. Let me take a look. This will be my last question. I got my future daughter-in-law coming. She wants to go to J.C. Penney's. Angel of Light and Mercy. Let me get one of our girls' stuff out too. I love her stuff. I haven't gotten the Forecaster Oracle. Well, let's just play with that one. Let's just check it. First, I'm going to do Morgan Greer. Next week, are we looking at something big? Some sort of celebration. We'll be happy about something. Nothing bad here right now. Money is still okay. Sadness with a woman. She may get sick. I'm not necessarily deaf, but a famous woman. Look at that. The Angel of Light is bringing an illumination. Victory after burden. Fighting it off. Doesn't say bad with Morgan Greer. Now let's take it our Forecaster Oracle, which is from Trish James. Lovely lady, does a beautiful job with cards. You guys know about her. I do her prediction cards and governance cards. So I'll do 3 of these. Can you tell me, is there anything coming up that we should wonder about? Hopefully it sings to me. Your cards are fantastic. For this next week, is there anything? Oh, and then we're going to be in December, you guys. I got my shopping pretty much done. I know you guys are going, what? But I make everybody tell me what they want and I just buy it. But my boys they're all done. My niece and nephews are done. In fact, I got to finish wrapping theirs so I can take it to UPS. Tell me what I can tell everybody. Okay. Ooh, now this is not such good news, but look at this. Escalating conflict. I would say, is that conflict with the United States or is that conflict with the world? Escalating conflict, intensity rising. So optimism approach with an approved situation. That's kind of what I was getting from the Morgan Greer. So we have some conflict that's going to get authoritarian response. Interesting. Forced compliance. So the Orange Crush will probably order something we'll all be pissed about, but that's not new. But at least it's not end of times yet. So hang in there, you guys. I love you all. Cheers.